nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, Dave Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with the Buffalo head coach before the game. He talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Buffaloes will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Caught. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Manning from the gun on third down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Gets the back moving. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. from the gun, running back on the move. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Buffaloes are facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for the first down. There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
The Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Lewis on the play action. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the wide open spaces. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Manning on play action. Buys time to his left. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Handoff to the single running back. Brought down.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on a sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly on the move. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing Manning. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Running to the left. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From the gun, it's Butler. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants. Makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just run positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the move. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. They'll ride him, and the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that ball. It'll be a turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Arch Madness. Looking left. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd and long here. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Swings it out to his running back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Turns it upfield. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Powers through. Touchdown, UNC! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, Continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Colorado. His third touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Arch to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tar Heels in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at it.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's finally stopped by the defense, makes up some of that ground they lost, but it'll still be third down and the clock's running. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Thurman. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They're going back to the ground. Enough to move the chains. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return.
And it's Northwestern looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll send the back in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then That ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and he'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to it. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Butler.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick give. Maybe headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. To throw, Manning. Trying to escape and get it himself. Takes a hit as he fires. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Manning. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation in this one. 2nd and 3rd and long. There's not a lot of guesswork. The defense knows they're throwing the football, and you can tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. A much better starting point this time.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Long way to go on second down. They give it back to him. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll do it himself. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Colorado. Took it all the way back to the house.
how about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go play action with Manning. Going for the big play. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Hand it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Fourth down, Lewis. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on up.
And he throws another interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Just just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeps it on the ground. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might as well run him again. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. The Buffaloes headed quickly to the line.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. And it's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He'll set up to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Buffaloes are marching down the field.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. To the air again, Lewis. Left side is Butler. At the 45 on his way. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Throwing, Lewis gets it to the back. Touchdown, Bucks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Manning with a play fake. Rush right in his face. Reels it in down the left side. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The run to the left. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Found a seam. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They were all over it. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Quick give. It's Butler. Down he goes. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
He's changing the play. 3rd down from the gun. Lewis got the back over the middle. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Buffaloes send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those early. Going deep. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Third and long coming up. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Third and long right here. Manning from the gun on third down. He's going to take off. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So they had the big play, but it's all for naught as the illegal forward pass cost them. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Manning to throw for it on fourth. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the grab for the deuce. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They'll start this drive from the 42. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, it's Butler. Makes him talk to the hand. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. Nowhere to go.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Here's Manning to throw. uncorks it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.